Good morning. Okay, so if you remember from our Unit 2 objectives, we are talking about domain range a lot in this unit, and that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to start with domain range. So come over here, click on Modules, scroll down, and we're going to look at Discrete domain and range. So you can go ahead and open this up. And this is a CAMI document. So this is in that program where we can write directly onto the document. Make sure if you haven't already, you go back and complete all of the work from last week, okay? I'm going to be putting those grades in today, so you need to be checking and make sure you have that stuff done. Okay, so let me move this over. Today we're looking at domain for discrete functions. So in our notes the other day, we said that, let's see, what color do I want to use? I'm going to use purple today. We said that the domain is the x values. Values. Let me use this mouse so I don't have to click. Okay. And range is the y values. Values. This looks horrible. If yours looks as bad as mine, then we're doing all right. You can use the text box to type that in, okay? So domain is x values, range is y values. So domain, when we're looking at a list of ordered pairs like we have here in number 1, we're going to just write out our x values. We're going to have a list of numbers when things are discrete. So we're going to have a bracket, and we're going to say, I'm going to use the mouse. Okay, we're going to say -1. My x values are the first number in each ordered pair, so it's -1, 4, 2, 0, and -6. And I'm going to close the bracket out. So these are my domain values, all of my x values in these ordered pairs. Then my range is my y value, so it's going to be every y value I have listed. And we're going to have a list of numbers because that's what we're looking at, is a list of ordered pairs. So we have 2, -6, 3, 2, and 7, and then I'm going to close out the bracket. Okay, so that's all I'm doing here. So over here on number 2, again, my x values are my domain. So I have 0, 3, 4, 1, -3. And my range is my y values. So we have 4, -4, 0, 3, -1. Remember, my x value comes first, my y value comes second. So this is x, this is y, my ordered pair. So I've looked at all my x's for my domain, all my y's for my range. Okay? So again, when I have a table, I have an x column and I have a y column. My domain is my x values. So we just list out those values. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've already written down 3, so I'm not going to write 3 again. But is this a function? Is this a function? No, it's not, because 3 goes to 5 and 3 goes to 7. So this is not a function. We can still write out the domain though. And then the range is The range is my y values. So it's everything in the y column. 5, 6. I'm not going to write 5 and 6 again, and 7. These are all my range values. Okay, so they are repeated, but I don't have to write them out every single time. So then for this table over here on number 4, we have my domain is -3, -1, 1, 3, and 5. Then I have my y values. We have 9, 1, we have 1 again, we have 9 again, and we have 25. Okay. All right. When we're looking, oh my goodness, I just went blank on what this is called. Yeah, when we're looking at these, we're looking at this first column again is going to be our x's, and it's going towards our y's. So we go from x to y, x to y, x to y, x to y, x to y. Okay, so my domain is all my x values. I have -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. My range is my y values. I have 0, 1, 4, and 9. Notice that 2 x values come to the same number right here, and I don't have to write that twice. I can just write it one time, okay? My domain over here is -3, 4, and 9. And all my range is my y value. So I have 4, 5, 8, and 10. Okay. And again, is this a function? No, it's not, because this goes to two different y values. 4 does. All right, so number 7 and number 8, these are graphs. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to list out our x values for each point and for the domain, and we're going to list out our y values for the range. So what I would do first is go through and label each point. So this one is 1, 2, 3. So this is a point 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, it's -3, 4. We came to the -3, -1, -2, -3, and we went up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down here we have -2, -1. Up here we have 1, 2. Let's see, this is 2, 0. And then we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, -2. Okay, so I'm just going to list out my x values. We have -3, -2, 2. I'm not going to write 2 again, and then we have 5. For range, we have 4, -1, 0. I'm not going to write 4 again, and -2. All right, so let's do this last one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So -4, -3. We have 0, 1, 2, 0, 2. Remember, I didn't move from the origin left or right any, so that's my x value 0, and then I went up 2. Here we have 1, 4. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 0. So I moved to the right 3, but then I didn't move up or down off my axis, so that y value 0. And we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2, -3. Okay, so now I'm going to do my x values again for my domain. We have -4, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And my range, we have -3, 0, 2, and 4. I didn't write my -3 twice. I just wrote it one time. Okay, so now make sure you click submit and turn that in. Let's see what it looks like. You got to click this little button right here and click submit, and it will turn that in for you. Okay, so it'll save it for you. And then the next thing you need to do is an exit ticket. So after you finish that, you can come down here and click next or quick check. And I want you to take this little quiz. Okay, so if you have any questions about today, reach out to me by email. I'll see you guys later.